everyone, welcome back. Okay, you had questions, I've got answers. Ready for this? I even threw in a few more that I tend to get asked a lot. Okay, I'm just gonna go, I just wrote them down on a piece of paper as you guys were throwing the questions. And let's get to it. Okay, Robin asked, do I have kids? No, and I don't even like kids. There's only very few children that I actually like, and it's because the parents have raised them very well, where the children have manners. Please, thank you, you're welcome. Things like that. I don't know what's happening upstairs. Sorry about that. I mean, even if I go into a restaurant and they're going to sit me at a table where there's children next to me, I'm like, no, please move me. Like I said, I tend to swear a lot in real life. I do not swear on here. So I just don't want, children and a screaming baby. I like cringe. I've just never been a kids person, and I am an only child. Maybe that's something to do with it. What is going on? What's all the... Oh, Greg just came home. Hi, honey. Hi. That's what all the noise is about. Robin also asked, do I work to support my collection? Kind of, but I like to work. I can't sit home all day. I would go crazy, and I love my job. Or do I really like what I do? Yes, I also like what I really do. I like my job, and I love this, and I love beauty. I always have. Okay, next one. Lilith. Would I sell my makeup that I don't want? No. Okay. How long have I been dyeing my hair? And what brand do I use? I've been dyeing my hair on and off since I was a teenager, probably 15. My mom was always very cool and let me, throw streaks in it. I'm an 80s kid, so we had, the streaks and the frosted tips and the big hair, and I'll have to find like a senior picture. You guys will just laugh. The products I use now are Lime Crime, Pravana, and it's like the Sally brand, Argan something. And I only use semi-permanent, so it does, fade out, and then I can, reapply it. Carrie asked, what got me doing YouTube? Well, that's kind of funny. This was more of a dare joke kind of thing. Even with Instagram, my girlfriend neighbor, Mary, we were out, we'd talk, we're having dinner, and she said something about Instagram, and I'm like, wasn't that just where people post food pictures? And she was like, no, and she knew how much I was into beauty. She grabs my phone, next thing she's going to town on it. I don't know what she's doing. I'm like, okay. And next thing people started following, and I was posting more pictures, and it just started rolling. She's like, well, you have to do YouTube. I'm like, I'm not going to do YouTube. So me thinking this would never happen goes, okay, I'll do YouTube if I get 10,000 followers on Instagram. Thinking I wouldn't get 1,000 followers, let alone 10,000. Well, after, my account was growing and growing, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting close to 10,000. What is happening? I didn't think this was going to actually go on. So I hit 10,000. I said, okay, saved up some money, buy the camera, buy the lights. I was like, I have to have a beauty room to do this in. I just don't want to film upstairs, and I do like filming outside. It's humid and gross out today, so there's no way I'm going out there. So it kind of started as like a dare, and I love it. I'm actually glad I started doing this. It's fun. Okay, my girl Luz asked me my favorite drugstore eye makeup remover and high-end remover I got on sale. Favorite drugstore, hands down, Maybelline Clean Express. This is the waterproof eye makeup remover. Even though I don't wear a lot of waterproof makeup, my holy grail. And it's a dual phase, so you just give it a shake. Put it on the cotton pad, hold it there for 30 seconds, gone. Does not irritate my eyes at all. I don't even think I've ever purchased this because you get it in so many free gifts when you order from Lancome or Sephora. The only other high-end makeup remover I really enjoy is the Lancome Bifacial, and this is another one that's a dual phase. As you can see, shake it up. But these two, the Maybelline and the Lancome, are probably the only two that I use makeup remover wise because they work. I mean, in a pinch you can use coconut oil, anything like that, but I just find that too greasy. But the Maybelline, can't beat it. Judy asked, I get asked this a lot, what do I do? Okay, I do accounting for a real estate company. I am a realtor, and that makes me an independent contractor. So I can work my own hours, but I work Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, like 9 to 2, somewhere in there, give or take. I always take Wednesdays off, and Greg works. Greg makes great money. He's a foreman, supervisor of a big, huge construction conglomerate company. Let him make the money. Plus he has the medical insurance, which I blow up on. Lauren wanted to know, what kind of camera do I use? This is a Sony A5100, and I love it. Let's see. Liz, when do I doll up the most? Work or on like an off day going out? Obviously more when I'm going out. I'll doll up a little more. I have fun. Like I said, being an independent contractor, hey, I can rock the hair. I even showed up for Halloween like with a crazier makeup on, and nobody flinched because they're just used to seeing me with whatever. They know I'm always testing products and things like that, so people at work just laugh at me, which is fine. In our office, see, there's like 30 different companies in the building. So I hang out with several of the girls from the different offices. And that's where, we all trade off makeup, we get multiple Ipsy bags, things like that. And that's where we all trade off and have fun. Okay. I hope I say her name right. Helshira Rosie. And another one you've asked too. I can't remember, I didn't write that one down. What kind of music do I listen to? Actually, I just got the car fixed. All it was the input button. I have the Sirius XM I had to put in, and I guess it was loose. So now I can rock out. So, rocking out, I'm an 80s kid. I like hard rock, heavy metal, let's just say like AC/DC, Iron Maiden, Anthrax, Rage Against the Machine, Korn, any kind of music like that. I do not like country music, which Greg loves. I do not like rap music. Greg loves rap music. I have no problem with like pop music. There's plenty of Katy Perry songs, all that, and they're cute and things, but I need to just rock out and blow my head off and things like that. Scorpions. I have just a rock and roller. That's why I thought I blew out the speakers. My girlfriend Veronica, I swear she gives me like the hardest questions. If I had to use one brand the rest of my life, what would I use? That's tough because obviously I have over 100 and something brands of product sitting in here. I had to really think about this one. What is flying in front of me here? Interesting. Sorry. I could figure out two. That if I had to go for the rest of my life, it would be Makeup Forever because A, I am foundation matched to them with, where's my Makeup Forever? It's around here somewhere. With my Move foundation, they have the shadows, they have the fixing sprays. I have all of the Aqua XL liners. So Makeup Forever would probably be my high end if I only had to pick one brand because they have it all for me and they make incredible products. For a drugstore brand, that's a close call. I can either go Wet n Wild or Milani because I love both of their foundations and obviously they make great products for drugstore. So it's hard to pick just one. Come on, there's like 1,000 ice cream flavors and cereal flavors. You expect me to pick one brand of cosmetics? It's like impossible. Veronica, I love her. What palette would I save if the house was on fire? Well, first off, luckily everything's in the wheelable bins here, the Craftsman. I'd wheel them right out the door, so I would save the whole makeup collection. But if I had to, now I haven't depotted these yet. My Viseart, and I'll show you videos when I depot all these. Now these I do have depotted already. So this is Viseart here, and then I have 2 extra large. So it's not just one palette. I'd be able to grab them all. Viseart, by the way, I am going to snap if I see this little thing fly by me again. Muse Beauty Pro has a deal going on. Buy this, get that. Right now, you could pick up 2 Viseart palettes of your choice. And I think they give you 2 or 3 brushes from Esom for like $128. You gotta figure the pallets run 80 a piece. So that's getting them for about a little over 60 a piece, which is a great deal. These are the best shadows I have ever used to date. They are just the best quality. Don't let the price fool you. Even at the full price of 80, they're amazing. But as you know, I could wait for sales, or I wait till I go to the makeup show and then haul more. But Viseart, hands down, has, you know, quality makeup. These are the blushes. This is the Bijou Royal palette that I have to pot. The Warm Matte, Orange Violet blush palette, and the Plum Bronze. And you can use the blushes as shadows also. But Viseart is my top of the line. I haven't found a shadow better than them yet. What else do we have here? SPF I use the Neutrogena. I left it upstairs. It's 110. It's for the face. It's oil free. I also use the Alginist Sublime Defense. That's an SPF 50, I believe. And those are just for the face. So I use those specifically for my face. For the body, I buy the sprays. They're in the spray bottles. And again, probably like a Neutrogena, something like that. Find what works for your skin. Like I said, they're not, everything, you want oil free because you don't want to add any extra oil to your face. Veronica throwing another question on me. How did Bewitch come about? I moved back. I've lived kind of all over the country. I started in Connecticut. In the middle of freshman year of high school, I moved to Michigan. And I was in Howell, Michigan, but I went to school in Heartland. And I was in Michigan till 1988. So I graduated from high school. Then we moved to Colorado. It was a tiny little town. It was kind of right between Denver and Boulder. And there was no full-time jobs. It drove me crazy. Everything was part-time because I was kind of stuck between two college towns. So I only lasted in Colorado, as beautiful as it was to wake up to the Rocky Mountains every morning. I think I only lasted about 3 months, and then I went back to Michigan. Then somehow my parents, I think Dad lost his job. They ended up back in Connecticut. I went back to Connecticut. And then somehow, I must have lost my job. I worked at Home Depot for a while. And I lost my job. I couldn't get another job, so I thought the Home Depot was blackballing me because I couldn't find a job. And one day, me and my mom were out having pizza, and I go, let's move. She goes, where do you want to go? And I go, I don't know, Las Vegas. Okay. Went home. Dad, want to move to Las Vegas? He goes, pack it up. We packed our stuff. We were out in 3 weeks and moved to Las Vegas. So I lived in Las Vegas from about 1991, 92, right in there, to about 1998. Which was, better time to live in Vegas than in your 20s. It was just what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But it was a blast. One of the funnest places I lived. Then my father passed away when I was 25. I stayed in Vegas probably 2 more years. My mom came back to Connecticut. And Vegas is a tough place to live just because there's so much traffic. And it was getting to me. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go back to Connecticut. Came back here. And I've been here ever since. So that's where I've lived, kind of across the country everywhere. So the Bewitch, how did I get to that? When I came back, now you young ones have to remember, the internet's fairly new. So when I came back to Connecticut, I was in Vegas on my car. I had a 96 Camaro. Got it. The license plate I had was Queenie, Queene. And I wanted the same plates when I came back here, but of course I couldn't get them. Well, back in the day, you could only write down 3 personalized plates, mail it to the DMV, and then wait for a response of yes or no. I think we did it probably 8 times, if not more. And eventually, all of a sudden, I just get plates in the mail that say Bewitch. So I was like, okay. In the process, I think I moved from Wallingford to where I am now in Bristol. I bought my house. And I said, okay, I gotta get internet with Comcast and all that. And Gmail and all that, and I was just like, oh, what am I going to use? And so I put in Bewitch, figuring out I'll use my license plate, it's simple. And Bewitch, it goes, well, Bewitch 17 is available. So I was like, all right, give it to me. And that's how Bewitch 17 came about. So it's kind of funny, on the license plate, if you take out the W, you get bitch. Or it just says take off the B, you get witch. And it's funny, because I'll see cops behind me, and they're like, and I think when you look at it quickly, sometimes it looks like bitch. And I'm like, and I see them running me all the time, and I'm like, run away, because I ain't doing nothing wrong. You know, so I'm not worried about it. So the Bewitched just stuck. And then it was like, oh, Instagram and Twitter, and so I just kept using the same thing just because I'm like, how many different names am I going to use? I'm just going to keep using Bewitched. So that's how Bewitched came about. You can look at me as Samantha the Witch from Bewitched back in the day. Many of you remember the good old days of the Bewitched show. What else did I have here? Oh, I'll tell you what's on my lips. Now I have on the Beauty Bakery yogurt berries. And then over the top, I have on the Kevin Aquan, the topper. And this is in Cyber Sky. So you mix these two together, you get this really fun purpley shade. I've also been trying out, and I'm really liking this. It's a little powdery, but it works great. The Kiss Ombre Radiance Palette. This is in Grenadine. This was sent to me from Octoly and from Kiss. This is really nice. I actually have it on today. I don't know if you can see it. So it's an ombre palette. So you can see it goes light, medium, dark. So I put my brush between these two for blush. And then I use my highlighter just from here as the highlight. And it's beautiful. I'm really impressed with it. I didn't even throw in my review yet. So you're getting to see it first. But I'll throw up a review later. I know I've also been asked several times, what is in this palette here? These are the Too Faced blushes that I've depotted. I get asked this all the time. What are those heart-shaped blushes in the back? They're the Too Faced ones. There's a video. They pop right out. And I also got asked several times of favorite, like, waterline eyeliners. Obviously my Lancome, Côte d'Azur. This is, oh, it's the liquid pencil one. This is, I use this all the time. Oh, excuse me. The humidity is killing me. Marc Jacobs, the matte ones work great. And for a drugstore one, the Rimmel Magnify Eyes. Ooh, it's got some thunder. We're gonna have some crazy storms. I mean, I only use the blue shade on it, but it does last and it's really nice. And Makeup Forever. I use these all the time too. But those are probably some of my best ones that stay on my waterline. Let me look. Kiss Pro makes some nice eyeliners too. This one does have shimmer, so obviously it doesn't go on the waterline. But that is it. Okay, I think that's all of it. Hope we answered your questions. Do you have any more? Ask. I'll answer anything at any time. All right, everyone. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye.